no. Well, hello there, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. It is Tuesday, July 12th. Welcome to the sip. Hi, guys. What's up? It's good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Glad to be here with you. Much to talk about. As you guys may be aware, we are approaching a full moon. I noticed it last night. I was out and about doing things, and I looked up at the sky, and the moon had been behind clouds. It's been kind of cloudy and rainy here lately, typical for the season. But last night, it started out with the moon hiding behind the clouds, but then once it was like really shining brightly, then the clouds started to part, and I could see it, and I was like, uh-oh, there it is. Tomorrow, which is today. So the moon will be moving, as you could see from the chart before, but let's put that back up there for now. Well, wait, before I get started, I want to make sure, you guys can hear me correctly? Hi, you woman, you. Hi, Mama Piplup. Hi, Archangel, Brittany, Akira. Bonjour, Bunny. Hi, guys. You guys can hear me, yeah? Yes, excellent. Okay, good. So let's continue. So, this is the chart for today. As you can see, the moon is down here at 6 degrees of Sagittarius, right down here, and is going to be moving into an opposition with the sun within the next few hours. So let's see. So if you were watching the chart before I came on here, and you noticed that it was moving, that was me looking at the chart, looking for the moment in which the full moon, the opposition between the sun and the moon happens, and it happens within a few hours. So this is as of 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 12th. Let's progress a few hours. Boop. I mean, that was 2 hours. This is 2 p.m. is when the conjunction with Mercury begins, and that was also something that I wanted to speak about because the sun and Mercury are going to be conjunct soon, within the next few days to weeks or something like that. We can look at that later, but we can also talk about that later because what we want to talk about right now is this full moon. So let's keep going. Boop, 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 boop. There it is. So this is, okay, about 10 p.m. tonight. Well, it was really 9. Because that's where, because it's just still the moon and Mercury here. But when you go one more hour, this is 8 p.m. to 20 o'clock. It's like 8 p.m., right? 9, 10. So it's really like around somewhere between 8 and 9 p.m. is when the conjunction starts. And the moon will be in Sagittarius. The sun will be in Gemini here. What I'm hearing is the power of this full moon is subtle, and yet I feel like I already feel it, because even when I was looking at the chart earlier and was just looking at the fact that the moon is in Sagittarius, let alone that it's going to be forming this opposition with the sun within a few hours. But when I was just looking at the moon in Sagittarius, I was feeling what I was feeling, and what I was feeling is very jovial and very light and very happy. It's like, and kind of the message that I wanted to bring, or like the thing that what I wanted to discuss with the collective today was this feeling of like, even though there's so much uncertainty around me, and I mean just like in society in the whole, is as in like world stability, just in how shaky that all feels alone, I'm surprised that I am able to I'm not really surprised, because I've been learning this, I've been developing this, I've been concentrating on this, but no matter what, I'm still able to find some sort of joy and happiness in it. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I have to stop a second and be like, am I delusional right now? Like, should I really feel this happy? But then spirit fire backs with, why shouldn't you? Why do you ever have to really choose to feel all those low vibrational feelings? I mean, like, yes, we know that they're there. You felt them, you experienced them, but that doesn't mean you have to experience them all the time. Why can't you experience, instead of experience all this dread and fear and discontent and disharmony outside there that doesn't feel good and effectively knocks you off your path, why not feel happy with what you have, with where you are, with who you are, with what's going well for you? Because of course it's not all going bad, right? A very jovial energy is in the air. And what I've been attributing that to is how it is like a sense of like spiritual fitness, I guess you could call it, where you're able to consciously lift yourself up vibrationally to these higher vibrations to escape. I mean, that it's not like escapism, like we talk about escapism in like an unhealthy way, right? It's about literally letting that go, moving up, moving beyond it, and experiencing more of the happier things that actually helps put you in alignment and helps get you where you want to go. All of that low vibrational, negative feeling, painful energy stops you from progressing. So we want to let that go and move beyond it. Because what vibrationally, technically, it would be moving above it because you're vibrating at a faster rate, or you are cycling, rotating at a faster rate than you were down here. The more you move up, the faster you go. The higher the frequency, the higher the resonance, the higher, okay, all right. But instead of saying go above it, Spirit is having me say go beyond it, because I don't even want to say above it, because in our language, in our society, saying you're above something often has a feeling of being better than, or being one up, or whatever. And it's not about that. It's not about what's better or worse, or what's good or bad. That's all subjective. It's all subjective. What's good or bad, right or wrong, up, down, left, right. I mean, all that shit, to a certain extent, y'all know what I'm trying to say. So instead of saying going above it, go beyond these feelings. Okay, you've got this dread, you've got this fear, you've got this anxiety, sleepless nights, and whatever. Okay, that's one way to experience it. But now that we see it, we understand it, we know it for what it is. We see it for what it is. We recognize it for what it is. Yes, it's very real, but it's also just one aspect of it and does not have to be focused on. You still have a choice of what you can focus on. So yes, while you may have these things that need to be settled and handled, okay, we can work that out. But right now, I can assure you, you're either not done with it yet because you're still working on it. Okay, that's easy. But then also, you don't have a way forward right now. You can't think of a way forward right now. You haven't been shown or presented with a way forward right now. Maybe you are absolutely waiting on some sort of external response before you can move forward, something like that. I mean, you've moved as far as you can in this very moment, correct? You've done what you need to do up until right now, where, okay, you've done what you can do so far. Now we wait for whatever's next. Okay, that's great. Instead of focusing on the dread, the fear, the anxiety, the worry, and the sleepless nights, I don't know why they want me to say that, but the sleepless nights, okay? Now let's focus on what is joyful in your life, what is working for you in your life. What blessings do you have in front of you right now? First of all is your life. To be able to sit here and talk about it in this way, to experience it in this way, that in and of itself is a blessing, because, darling, it's only temporary. This is not the end. This is not all that there is. There is so much more, but right now we need to be here to learn these lessons. So let's learn these lessons, and then we can move forward. Okay. But it all serves a purpose. The purpose is for your highest good, your well-being, your advancement. Your advancement. There you go. It's perfect. We'll leave it there. So where was all that going? Wait, hold on. Where was all that going? Let's go back to the chart. So, full moon. Right. So the moon being in Sagittarius alone felt like a boon even. How is Jupiter being affected right now? Jupiter has somewhat of a square going on with the sun. Well, this would make sense. Now just in what I'm describing right here, right now, and how this really would make sense, right, for the collective. Sagittarius is a very buoyant energy. It's a fire sign, okay? So it's projective, it's creative, it's passionate, it's hot, it vibrates at a very high frequency, okay? It's high vibrational. Often a fire is seen as the purifier or a form of purification. But Sagittarius is also associated with Jupiter. And Jupiter is an extremely benevolent energy, is also kind of, you can see Jupiter as a buoyant energy because it expands. So it's these buoyant, it's these expansive, it's these higher vibrational, it's these higher awareness, it's these higher learning aspects that are available, descriptive of, resonant of Sagittarian energy, are being placed upon us right now. We are able to tap into it. We are able to access it through the sun's square with Jupiter right now. Direct energy. Interesting, because this is a square, but you have an opposition between the sun and the moon. The sun being in communicative Gemini. So it's like, okay. I'm feeling a sense of ease. I'm feeling like what I just heard is all the pieces of the puzzle seem to be fitting right together right now to be able to work something out or to be able to see something from a higher point of view. What I personally have been experiencing lately is just being able to connect with the little things in my life, the little pleasures in my life, the little joys in my life that actually the outside world are helping me to secure. So I know I feel best within this level of focus because it allows me to enjoy the fruits of life, the little pleasures of life, the little things of being a human, enjoy being a human, but also being able to still be in view, conscious sight of a higher awareness that recognizes what all of this is to begin with, which is an illusion, but also a teaching element, right? Being able to, so I found an equilibrium there, so I'm going to stay right there. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together for you to be able to find this. And it's this viewpoint here that is a culmination of all the lessons that you learned that have made you the person that you are today. And fitting it all together and kind of having it all make sense where you find a point of view that is like, whoa, I get all of this. And I appreciate all of this. I'm seeing it in some senses, I'm seeing it as past selves and future selves coming together in one chunk. They're fusing together almost. That's very interesting. This could be lifetimes in terms of a soul. This also could be timelines in terms of a soul. In terms of an individuality of a soul. So Eric, whom is speaking to you right now, is an individuality of his or my soul, which is a greater spiritual entity that encompasses and embodies multiple different identities that speak to the soul's character and the lessons that the souls are looking to learn in themselves as individuals. It's so strange. It's like we, as human beings, are individuals in this world. But then also we make up a greater sea of individuals that is humanity as a collective, you see? And then souls, it goes all the way up spiritually until we're back towards source, which is the root of everything, right? So anyway, I'm saying all I'm saying all this shit to say, you guys, I feel a very strong boon of energy for the collective. But also what Spirit said to me in the very beginning of this, they said this spirit, that this energy is subtle. And they're right. There's something oddly subtle about this energy right now, which doesn't make sense because Sagittarius is not subtle. Sagittarius in no way is subtle. I mean, I guess they can be. I don't know. What they're showing me is that it's the way that the energy is wired. This is hard to describe, but it's a lot like a synthesizer, how a synthesizer works in, oh geez, see now it's so complicated, now I've lost it. It's just the way the circuitry is running. If you you get different results when you connect different circuits in different combinations of ways, okay? So it's the way that it's rooted. It's the way the Sagittarius energy is rooted through the cone of the Jupiter is it a trine? No, it's a square between, that's what makes it so weird. It's a square. It's like this square is opening a specific doorway, and it's like you are so lucky that the energy and Jupiter, Sagittarius, these are signs that are associated with luck or the concept of luck. But it's just like, it's such a perfect alignment. It's such a perfect circuitry of energies that it leads you to this one specific doorway that is just like life-changing or mind-blowing or like big old game changer type of energy. That's what I'm seeing here with the full moon. With this full moon, while the sun is squaring, making this tiny little slight square with Jupiter, who is in Pisces, benevolent Pisces, really. All loving, all encompassing Pisces. This is wonderful. This is really, really good, you guys. So I kind of just want to pull cards right now on this. So we're going to do that. Welcome to the sip, guys. Hold on. I'll leave it there for now. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, hello, 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 and hi. Full moon in Sagittarius, guys. Big boon of energy. Big boon of energy. That's just like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Is there a trine somewhere? Why do I feel like there's a trine somewhere? Hold on a second. There is. Oh, that's right. There is between Venus and Saturn. Saturn is retrograde, but okay. But you see, the sun is also opposing Pluto retrograde, which I feel like is making you feel fearless. Sagittarius is a very fearless sign. And if Pluto, the great evil villain in the sky, we'll say, the great the nemesis, right? That really powerfully antagonistic, maybe the antagonist even energy is retrograde, technically meaning that it at 29 degrees of Sagittarius, 22 and 9 boiled down to 11. This is, again, another one of those lucky aspects. It's like, it's so perfect. Like everything is like tuned in your favor somehow, with Pluto, the arch nemesis, retrograde, so depleted or weakened or handicapped even, in Sagittarius at 29 degrees to a 9 boiled down to an 11. 29 is a fairly mature sign. 11, I'm just getting that. 11, alignment. 2 and 9, this is an ending. This is the 2 is balance. The 9 is wisdom. Is closure, is closing out a cycle. And what I'm seeing is like your fears. It's like Pluto retrograde here opposing the moon. Opposing your sun, or opposing the big sun, is allowing us to overcome our fears, defeat our villains. like this final battle where all the dice rolls in your favor, and you've got, and your enemy has got all the handicaps. I'm talking all the handicaps, yo. All the handicaps. All of this is happening in Sagittarius with a slight square to Jupiter here. Jupiter's coming in and kind of like giving you that edge. This could be a situation where, within the next couple of days, watch situations, resolutions to situations manifest out of nowhere for you. Okay? Because this is the type of energy where miracles or wow, do I even really want to, where like really things could, I lost it. I lost what I was looking at. That like it was mind blowing. But okay. Anyway, let's move on. Besides, that was getting quite grandiose. I don't want to. We need to slow down there. That's that Jupiter. That's that Sagittarius energy, though. That's just like wanting to make all the promises. All the promises. Sorry. Well, Six of Pentacles. All right. What do we have here? The Nine of Swords. Why do we have the Nine of Swords, though? Oh, well, no, these are the worries. These are the fears. These are the things, the obstacles that you just seem to find crazy answers to, because Jupiter is coming in. That's what I was saying. Jupiter was coming in as this game changer because you already have a square. We've been dealing with the squares, and we've been needing something, some game changer, some brilliant idea, some, I don't know, some like wild twist of fate, divine intervention. I don't know. But we needed something to get us over this hump or through this loop or through these squares. And I feel like the sun making this tiny, tiny little square, or like maybe not tiny, but it's, wait. Actually, ooh, even better, actually. Aha, no, this is better. Excuse me, I misspoke. The sun is not squaring up with Jupiter. Something else is. Mercury is squaring with Jupiter. Okay, but there's the, well, hello. Okay, but this is exactly what I'm saying. All right, cool. But actually, so the sun is squaring with Chiron here. So something that needs to be healed within your soul, within your life, something that needs to be healed. Jupiter is squaring with Mercury, in its home sign of Gemini. This already making your mind communicative, already making it easy to do research, to work together, to find results, to get the answers, to be clear enough, to have the clear enough communication with yourself and between you and your higher self and spirits and whomever or whatnot, whatever, being able, like cooperation, being able to get it done. And now here comes Jupiter with its little square blast of good energy towards you. Jupiter here doing this blast of energy with its square to Mercury is that game changer, or at least it feels like it. That's helping you overcome your fears. That's helping you see things differently. That's helping you see things from a brighter, more optimistic point of view. That's the point here. That's what I feel for the collective during this full moon. That's what I was feeling earlier. That's actually exactly what I was feeling earlier today. Hey, Mika, I think you should email me. Yeah, totally email me. Because I was thinking about that before, like having something to play before the session or something. Email me, please. Thank you. Anyway, okay, so here you go. But that's what this Nine of Swords energy is. The worries, the fears, the sleepless nights, the overthinking certain things. Just being able, okay, hold on, wait. What do you want to say about this then, please, Spirit, with this Sagittarius full moon today? Knight of Wands. As I'm saying Sagittarius, here he comes. Sagittarius himself, Knight of Wands. Yeah, more Sagittarius energy. 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands. there is a confidence boost coming through here. Somebody may have the balls, the cojones, the gumption, the gusto, the self-respect to stand up for something, to stand up to someone, a mother. That's what I'm seeing specifically. 8 of Wands, because what you have here is 9 of Swords, Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands. All kinds of wands here. This is something that someone is very passionate about. Very passionate about wanting to be let go of, wanting to release these burdens, wanting to release this strife, even if it means going no contact. Ooh. Yo, look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Mr. No Contact himself, the Hermit. Okay, so this full moon could bring clarity, and some of the clarity, I'm definitely, because I actually picked up on this on in the air sign readings for the love readings for the air signs today. That's going to be posted over to Mystic Unicorn. But there is an energy in the air of someone needing to stand their ground and speak their truth, and not play around with it anymore. Not fuck around like this, because like I feel there, for whomever this is resonating for, there is an energy of self-respect that is needing to be honored here. I feel rage, resentment, anger towards yourself for not following through with this. Sometimes, a lot of the time, those are some of the hardest things to face and deal with. But in terms of this situation, it feels like the empowerment. This full moon feels like the empowerment to overcome your energies, your enemies. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that somehow, because that's gonna be too long. Overcoming. There we go. All right. Yeah. The power to overcome your energies. It's in the description box of my videos here, right under where it says Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and then for private readings, please email me at, there's my email address right there, divineconversations2711. Bing. Okay. So you may need to go no contact with this person. You may be finding that how you speak your truth requires it, or just coming to terms with what is necessary, or the consequences. And you know what this empowerment feels like? Fuck you and your consequences. Because you're just using consequences to keep me in line with what you want. So I don't want to hear anything about your fucking consequences anymore or ever again, because they have no bearing on me. They have no weight to me. Why would they have no weight to you? They're weightless. They're not. Okay, whatever. Channeling misfire. Okay, but they're not like. I don't care. You're trying to get me to carry all of this weight and feel guilty, when it's like, what do I have to feel guilty for? Nothing, really. The Hermit. So the full moon is empowerment to do this here. I mean, it literally feels like the power to look your enemies in the eye and just laugh at them, or just like not feel anything at all. That's scary. That's a real moment. That's a very real moment, when you can look at something that once really bothered you And you can look it in the eye and be like, I don't feel anything for you anymore. But it's by choice. Because you're right. You're right, Donta Price. They're holding you back because by trying to make you feel the weight and pressure, but that's by choice, right? Because you have to choose. I mean, you have to literally choose to pick these up and walk with them and hold them while you're walking. Unless somebody's got a gun to your head, I mean, like, shit, we're talking Sagittarius energies here. To some extremes in Sagittarius, they'd be like, I'd rather die than shoot me. Just being real. I mean, Sagittarius can be pretty extreme like that. I mean, it is what it is. Shit. But so just like you can choose to walk with carry this, you could choose to put it down, and it just feels like you feel like you have the empowerment to put it down. That's what this feels like. Not even my creator punishes. Yeah. The audacity of a human being to think that they have the right to deliver consequences based on choices you're making for your... Exactly. I mean, exactly. Full moon in Sagittarius, please. Anything else? Messages for the full moon in Sagittarius. 8 of Pentacles now. A deep feeling of you having been working diligently on your own, working in ways that many people haven't known. People don't know what you're working towards. Somebody's weaving and ending here, wrapping it up. Oof, 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 oof. Wow, wrapping it up in a nice little pink bow. Because it's time to move on. It's the past. This relationship, your way of associating with this relationship. So like say the relationship doesn't really end, but the dynamics change into something less stable. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's more stable now that this dynamic shift has happened, but I feel some sort of negativity here. There are hard or firm boundaries I'm feeling someone is putting up here. Someone is erecting right now. What you have now is the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. You have the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups with the Hermit. There's that Hermit again. So somebody, and what I'm getting from this is somebody is weaving an ending, or the steps that somebody is taking, and I feel this is underneath the surface, are wrapping a certain situation up. And I really don't even want to talk about that much. I feel like I don't. But overall energy, sorry guys, I got distracted. Overall energy is the 6 of Cups there. So I'm hearing the power to end things. To the power to finally write the last page of the chapter. And the chapter that I'm feeling that we're talking about is the last chapter or the end of a book. Are you an actual writer? Are you like literally writing a book and have you been stuck in a last I get this feeling of not wanting to end it. Anxiety around ending this chapter because this person doesn't want this book to be finished. But it has to be. It has to be done. This could be literally as in terms of you're a writer and you're writing a book and you have a publishing deadline and this book needs to be finished, but you just can't seem to find the right ending for it. Or at least you say you can't.
there's a blockage there, but that blockage is more about your fear and less than about your ability to finish the book. In some cases, this is a relationship that someone doesn't want to end. And so they're dragging it on. They refuse to complete the chapter. They refuse to write the last paragraphs, the last sentences, the last words in the book. For some of you, this could also be so literal as this person will never see or hear from you again. Not necessarily because they're trying to be cynical or mean or vindictive about it, but just by that's what turns out. You never see or hear from this person ever again. That's life. They go one way, you go another, and y'all are going wildly different directions. I don't know. The power to leave something behind, the power to leave something in the past, the power to end a chapter, the power to end a book, the power to end a story, to overcome your enemies, to defeat your villains. Yeah. Yeah. That's enough from this deck. This chapter is over. You know this chapter is over. So, yeah, I don't want to talk anymore about that because I'm not trying to blow up someone's spot like that. Like, I'm not trying to reveal how that's supposed to go, but just keep going. Stay in that hermit energy. All right, Archangel. There is another message, though, from another deck. All is well. 4 of Wands. Excellent. 10 of Swords on the other side. All is well. All right. Next message for the collective. For this full moon in Sagittarius. Yes? Yes. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Tuesday to you. I hope you enjoy this full moon. Last shuffle here. Full moon in Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Other astrological things I wanted to talk about was the Sun and Mercury going conjunct soon. There was one other aspect I wanted to mention. The moon is trining with Mars today for a few hours. At this point, where is it? Moon. Still kind of for most of the day, really. Through this full moon, we have a slight trine between the moon and Mars. That can actually make you impulsive, especially with the fire that your subconscious mind is under, as in Sagittarius, and then where Mars is in his home sign of Aries right now, trining with the moon. I mean, that's like throwing gasoline on an already well rolling fire. Okay, so raging even. All right, so be careful of that. I wanted to mention that. Be careful of that as we move through this full moon. I mean, it doesn't have to be all bad. You know, if you're good at working with fire, if you can really contain it and direct it and control it, then shit, have at it. I mean, that's like, talk about a power torch, a fucking flamethrower, you know what I'm saying? But like, for those of us that are not so good with fire, be careful. It'll be very easy to burn yourself in this way under this full moon. Okay. Oh shit. You guys. So they told me there was another message, but I guess we were supposed to move to a different deck altogether. Wow. Whoa, guys. Okay, so remember how the last card that came out of the Golden Universal Tarot is the 4 of Wands? And then on the back of that is the 10 of Swords, right? Okay. That was the old message, or that was not the old message. That was the first message that came through through that deck. Okay. So now I'm pulling what's meant to be the next message, and I thought it was a different message altogether. I'm just channeling the message for this full moon, and I get this stack of cards, and it's 9 cards, but the first 6, I'm like, we go through, I'm like, okay, and then we get to the end, and I look at the third to last, I'm like, okay, and then the second to last, bam, bam, 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands again, with none other than the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So it's a continuation of the message, okay? And what is this message? What is the message of the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands? Someone is declaring that they would like to be free of some sort of burden, all right? So the end result of this message ultimately is what we were just talking about. The process of clearing yourself, bringing enough balance into your life, temperance, for something to be cleared, some sort of burden to be cleared or out of your energy, for you to be absolved of this in some way. 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Free of the burden, free of the strife, free from the struggle. So you have the two sides. What we have here are the two sides of this argument. One is following their heart. One is following tradition. This is all masculine energy. This is masculine against masculine. So this could be 2 men, father and son, teacher, student, or it's a combination of a woman in a masculine or whatever. It could be anything, but it's masculine in terms of this is how someone wants to take action versus how someone else is forced to, is compelled to, is married to taking action, is forced, is caught up in some way, maybe a tradition, maybe that's just who they are. They're rooted in that. That's who they've become. That's who they've taught to become, to be, or who they were taught to be. And so now that's who they are at this point in their life. But this is the training that they have. This is what they're solid in. This is the tradition. This is the way it's always been. This is what we've always done. Whatever. And it's a very limited point of view that this person is looking at things from. But the first side of the equation is the Knight of Cups, Justice, and the King of Wands. The second side of the equation is the 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. There's that tradition right there. That ingrained behavior, that stubbornness, even, if you will. Take it as it resonates. You can pick up your triggers at the door. What I want to say about this confrontation between these two individuals, this King of Wands, King of Pentacles, is that whomever is trying to find greater balance in their lives, whomever is who is so fired up, really, about being released from certain strife, from certain burdens here, 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands, I feel like you're in the right. I mean, you are showing up as the King of Wands here, undoubtedly, unsurprised, really. I'm not really surprised about that. I'm not really surprised about that because of how passionate this energy is. I mean, even Temperance here represents Sagittarius energy, okay? And we had the Knight of Wands coming out before. That's Sagittarius energy. But now we have the King of Wands. This is mature. You don't have to. This King of Pentacles here may be trying to belittle you or belittle the other person and try and make them doubt themselves. But in layman's terms, this person is grown. I don't know what this King of Pentacles thinks he's gonna do to this King of Wands. What? Sully his name? Throw mud on his name? He'll just burn it off. He's pure fire, dude. Like what do you? I just don't understand what this person. And that's why you have this person, this King of Wands here, coming out with justice. Cause like, I want to say from this person's point of view, I'm hearing I'm justified. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what his problem is. Because really, when you look at this King of Pentacles energy here, I heard selfish and self-rooted energy. King of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. I mean, this person is holding on to something for dear life. Is holding on to, I feel like I'm hearing it's an ideal. Their own sense of idealism. Their own sense of the world. The way they want to view things. The way they want it to be done. Which in some cases has something to do with tradition. They want it to be done this way because it's always been done this way. This is their tradition. And yet the tradition is toxic. So why we're continuing to perpetuate that is beyond me. But hey, y'all want to stay rooted in whatever it is you want to stay rooted in. You stay rooted in whatever it is you want to stay rooted in. I ain't going to worry about it. I ain't going to give 2 shits about it because I'm going to focus on what my heart wants and I'm going to move in that direction. And unfortunately, if it takes me away from you, then so be it. 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Temperance. Temperance represents the harmonization. We are talking about people that we've been talking about this God complex a lot lately, you guys. What is this? The tradition is toxic. It perpetuates some sense of narcissism, some form of narcissism. It perpetuates some sort of patriarchal, toxic patriarchal values. I mean, I don't know. It represents everything about physical reality that we as humanity are trying to get away from. I don't know. But you're well rooted. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. And see, here's the problem. Here's the problem for... Excellent, you woman, you. Okay, I like that. But here's what is making this so strong. Here is why, in fact, you want to know the secret as to why this King of Wands is winning for all of the trolls and all of the people out there that like to watch these readings to find out what's going on with certain people in their lives so that they can sabotage with them or sync with them so that they can try and manipulate the situation to get what they want out of it. You want to know the secret to this person's success here, this King of Wands? The secret is in the sauce. 4 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, the Devil. And no, I don't mean sauce as in alcohol, drugs, intoxicants, escapism. I mean the sauce is love. Because this person has a connection to love and to source so that they can be surrounded by the devil, by poverty. They are stable here, 4 of Wands, yes? But then all of a sudden they're faced by this 5 of Pentacles energy, this poverty, this woe is me, this lack mentality, this feeling left out in the cold and being made to believe that 55-55 on the counter, that you don't have enough or you'll never be enough or you can't make enough or you can't do enough. You need a handout. You don't have the power within you. But that's a lie. And you know that because you're rooted here in your contentment, in your Nine of Cups, in your emotional connection with Source, God, Source, Creator, that you can find whenever you need it, and connect to that and know everything's going to be okay, that you are taken care of, that you do have the power, that you have not been forgotten, that you have not been left behind, that you will never be forgotten or left behind, that your power is still, in fact, intact. And then you recognize that it's just the devil trying to trick you. I'm sorry. It's just the devil trying to trick you. And all you got to do is stay right here, the Nine of Cups. That's the secret. The secret is in the sauce. The secret is in your love for yourself. You can't look me in the eye and tell me you love yourself when you do all of these things to hurt and sabotage. And you are not doing these things to hurt and sabotage for any other reason other than to enact revenge and rage on people you are perceiving as having wronged the way you have been wronged and the way you have been hurt. So while you may not be looking for exact revenge in terms of the same thing happening for another person that happened to you, to get that revenge, instead, you are enacting revenge by wishing ill on people that you perceive to be evil or wrong or have done wrong. Essentially throwing your judgment all over the place as if you know everything about the situations you seem to be sticking your nose in. You can't tell me you love yourself. You can't tell me you have respect for yourself when you throw out such awful, negative energy. Because you are only throwing back out what you perceive to be going on within you. That's it. And because of what's going on within you, of which you would need to be self-aware of, right? If you were going to handle it, if you were going to fix it, if you were going to try and find a way to learn to love yourself. But, damn it, I lost that. The reason why you are hiding it from, I lost it. Never mind. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. But yeah, that's the secret. Loving yourself. That's the secret. The secret's in the sauce, y'all. And that sauce is the love of the divine and the universe and God, Source, Creator. And, you don't have to feel so alone because you're not. But we're taught to. I know. It's time to unlearn that. And that's why you find yourself here, right? Oh, cool. Right. That's why you're here. Not because you're watching so that, you can get some information or some insight onto someone you hate so that you can just sabotage them now. That's not why you're here. You're here because you want to learn and grow and have fun and experience a better side of life. Okay, great. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. That's right. See? That's that Nine of Cups energy for the devil. There you go. You can't. If somebody has found a sense of inner peace, which is what is what can be indicated by the Nine of Cups, if someone has found a sense of inner peace and balance and harmony that they have built themselves, which means they know it intrinsically, they know it inside and out, it is literally an extension of them. How the hell do you think you're about to knock them off with some low vibrational, toxic ass bullshit, laughable devil energy? This is like the devil. It can be from certain perspectives, from certain higher or expanded points of view. And this is also Donta Price, yes, but this is also Sag energy too. From this Sagittarius, Jupiter expanded, massively high point of view. From that point of view, the actions of the devil merely look like a child's temper tantrum. I mean, it really is that trivial, you guys. really that trivial. A temper tantrum. I swear to you, it's nothing more than I mean, I understand. Look, we understand you're down there in it, I mean, blood, sweat, and tears. Like, we commend y'all. More power to you, man. I don't know how y'all do it, but really, honey, from up here, homeboy is just having he is just having a temper tantrum. You know what you need to do is you need to stop giving him so much damn attention, because that's what he wants anyway. Can we just ignore him, please? I mean, honestly, that's the easiest way to go about it. Wow. Oh my God. It's literally a temper tantrum, you guys. But this is exactly how you are able to overcome your enemies, by being able to find this inner sense of bliss and peace. 9 of Cups. It's the little things. It's the simple things that make your life tick. And I mean, finding appreciation for the oil that you put in your circuitry to keep it nice and lubed up, the repairs that you're making, or the little fine tunings. I mean, caring so deeply about the smallest aspects of your life. But it's these small aspects that you really want to care for, you really want to be grateful for, appreciative for, because it's these very things that help keep the system going anyway. And I don't mean the system like the Matrix. I mean the system of your life that you are building, that you are co-creating masterfully with the universe. It's these tiny little things. It feels very routine, some of it. Very routine. And sometimes there may be this off-in thing here or there that fits into this category, but does feel fairly routine. But finding the and especially when that used to be mundane, when that used to be an annoyance, a grievance, oh my God, if I only didn't have to do this one thing, but now all of a sudden you find pride in it, you find appreciation for it, or your energy is so expanded, or these energies for the collective are so expansive that we're able to start to see things in that way, start to see the blessings in the moments of grief and strife and the extreme lessons, being able to be in a really bad mood, shitty mood, and be like, fuck you, universe, but at the same time, thank you so much for these experiences. I really want to stop for a second in cussing you out right now, universe, and I want to thank you for these lessons. I want to thank you for these trials and tribulations that I'm going through, because they are shaping me into a better human being. They are shaping me into a better soul. So thank you. And now back to cussing your ass out. You know what I'm saying? But that's how expansive, that's how beautiful, that's how beneficial this energy feels for the collective, for this full moon. So I'm grateful I got a chance to sit down and dissect it. Anyway, that is how you're overcoming your enemies. And look, this is because this is actually what I wanted to talk about for the collective. Thank you, Mama Piplup. You put it really well. Finding the joy in it. And that is something that I have been hearing for decades in the spiritual community. And when I first started hearing it, it was very much screw you. There is no joy to be found. Finding this joy out of thin air. Who the fuck are you people? How do you even do that? What does that even mean? I have all of this shit around me. How am I supposed to find joy out of thin air? Well, first thing there is that is the perspective of someone who is placing all of their joy, their requirements for joy and satisfaction, external to them. That is indicative of giving your power away. Because if you instead shifted that focus to to require joy and happiness and contentment to come from within you, then that is you choosing to take a path to getting into a much better relationship with yourself. Because in order to do that, you have to figure out what you want. You have to actually face yourself. You have to actually get to know yourself so that you can fit. It's just like that guy or girl, that new boyfriend or girlfriend. You know how in the right circumstance, you would do anything to figure out what this person likes, how this person ticks, how this person works, what brings them joy, what makes them sad, what makes them angry, what makes them fearful, all of those things.
Why can't you do that for yourself? That's what it requires. To be able to have your joy come from within. But that's what we're talking about. Because when you have joy within, then nothing can shake you, can stop you from feeling like you're powerful enough, from feeling like you're worthy enough. But when you when you externalize everything, when you externalize all of your sources of sustainment, I mean, obviously you have to find external food sources. The body needs sustenance. Yes, okay, we get that. Like, let's calm down here for a second and be practical or be real, okay? If you require all of that to be external to you, then you have no power. You are at the mercy of whatever you find around you at the time in your environment. Why not create that within so that you have access to it whenever you want, for as long as you want, as much as you want? And at that point, it's not even addictive. That might sound like an addictive relationship, a drug. But it's not a drug when it's that healthy for you. And why is it so healthy for you? Because it's what you're made of. It is your essence that you are vibing with. The very thing that created you to begin with. The very thing that you need more of in your physical existence. Even though, yes, I know we're supposed to be focused here as humans, but that does not ever mean we completely neglect or forget our spiritual side, which is what precedes what precedes this human form. It's your spiritual form. It's where you came from. Okay. I'm sorry. I got lost for a second because I thought the music stopped. Oh, by the way, you guys remember me saying, oh my God, we're in an hour on. Oh, wow. Do you guys remember me saying at the end of the live stream yesterday that Lo-Fi Girl, that website that I was, or the YouTube channel that I was using for the music in the background, which I love so much, had stopped streaming. It was like a 24-hour streaming channel, and it stopped streaming like within that previous 24 hours. Well, I checked back again today, and they're back. And the funny thing about it was they restarted their stream just in time for the sip at 12 p.m. Look at that. Or at least 12 p.m. my time, whatever that would be for you. Like noon. So we have actually, for this stream, we have been listening to the very first hour of this new stream that Lo-Fi Girl has started. The last stream was 20,000 hours, 20,843 hours, 43 minutes and 51 seconds. 20,843 hours. Anybody want to do the math on how long that is? Me too, Bonjour Bunny. Okay, I think that's it for the day. Let's get our closing oracle guidance then, shall we? So long, yo. That is so long. 20,000. 20,000. Too damn long. All right, closing oracle messages from the Crystal Monzuola deck. Yes? Okay. Okay. We have card number 18, Angel Uziel and Smoky Quartz. Heavenly Mercy. One and eight boil down to a 9. endings. The 2 and that 9. Pluto being at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. 9. 2 and 9. Balance, because something is ending. 2 and 9. 29. Be at peace, because something is coming to an end. Your enemy was at 29 degrees of Sagittarius, which is, again, 2 and 9 is break it down individually. 2, have peace, be at peace, have patience. 9, something is coming to an end. You've reached the end of an experience of a cycle. 2 and 9 together combined make 11. 11 is a gateway. 11 is awakening. 11 is synchronicity. 11 is being in synchronicity with the situation. 11 is also representing enlightenment. Part of this enlightenment is an understanding, and it's that very understanding that helps you defeat your enemies, for some of you. Heavenly mercy. We bring you the gift of heavenly mercy. As you grow spiritually, your energy field becomes more substantial. Your thoughts and actions carry more karmic weight in the world. As your power increases, your ability to do good increases too. Your positive words can have a potent effect on others. So too can the very human moments where you may be having an, quote, off day and unintentionally respond to another in a way that is not unconditionally loving. We do not want you to be afraid of becoming powerful. We know that most often you are going to make a positive contribution with your power. We also know that sometimes you will wish you could undo a choice you have made and its effect. To help you, we offer our karmic protection, where the destructive impact of your actions is softened and the positive effect of your actions is enhanced. As you grow in power and impact, our gift of heavenly mercy will surround you, aligning your actions with divine will and blessing you, and all affected by you with divine compassion. This also feels very similar to what I was picking up on in the beginning of the reading of somebody. Somebody may really voice some sort of opinion, and it may come off really aggressive. I don't know if I said this specifically, but it may come off really aggressive. Okay? It may start a fight. Somebody here is questioning the consequences of their actions, or a reason not to do it in the past was the consequences of your actions. That's exactly what this is speaking to, okay? Heavenly mercy. For somebody here, whatever it is you communicate, you finally have the power to do so. And so it comes out in an extremely forceful way, and it's almost like, because you're not used to this type of energy, it just kind of explodes from you. It's very jarring to the people around you. It's very off-putting by the people around you. You offend people around you, like whatever. Don't worry. Don't be afraid of this power. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake, but in the long run, that really won't matter. Because ultimately your heart is in the right place. And you're doing the right thing, or at least you're trying to do the right thing by yourself or by others with these actions. So be easy, be gentle on yourself, okay? But be careful. This full moon is a pretty powerful one. It's subtle. It's subtly powerful. I don't know why Spirit keeps saying that, but it's subtle. I don't know. It's weird. Sagittarius is nowhere near subtle. I mean, I guess he can be in the right moment, if he really wants. Oh, actually, you know what? You know what? That is so not true. If Sagittarius really wants to be subtle, I mean, the innuendo. Oh my God. I mean, yes, okay, Sagittarius would be the king of innuendo, but that's because Sagittarius is so smart and so almost like, I want to say the trickster, or a Sagittarian can be a bit of a trickster. Very intelligent and very knowledgeable, and knows how to use that intelligence and knowledge and weave it into these intricate, like, creations of masterpieces and whatnot. Like, if a Sagittarian really had the aptitude to do it and really, really wanted to, man, they could fuck with your life. Oh shit, or at least fuck with your mind. Oh fuck yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, you guys. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that anymore. But like, heavenly mercy, you got it. Be easy on yourself, all right? Go for it. Sagittarian Ophiuchus, yep. And that makes sense also because even in the most sinister of situations, what I feel like in this Sagittarian energy, there's still a marked level of benevolence there, because I know you mean like, he may really create some really fucked up situations, but ultimately it's to teach something. It's for a reason. It's never arbitrary. It is, okay, listen, I don't know, this might be a message for someone specifically, but for like Sagittarius energy as a whole, or for a specific person, damn it, Eric. If they want to fuck with you, they will fuck with you. I don't know. I'm sorry. I was trying to explain too much and I lost it. I should have just said it. I should have just let it out. Sagittarian Ophiuchus. Oh, there is always a reason. Nothing is ever arbitrary, either for Sagittarius energy in the right circumstances, or maybe for a specific person. Somebody needs to know that there is nothing in this person's life that will ever be arbitrary. Everything in this person's life has a purpose. Or everything in this situation that is designed by this Sagittarian mastermind, everything has a purpose. Okay? Do not be fooled that you can let even the smallest detail, every little detail has a purpose and means something. But that's the secret. Anyway. You guys. That's what I've got for the collective at this time. Oh, good Lord, Jeannie. I'm sorry to hear that. Happy full moon in Sagittarius, guys. I hope you have a good day. And I hope you guys can hear me well enough, but I think you can. And anyway, it's too late now. It's the end of the live stream. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm gonna pack it in. Yeah? You're feeling irritated this week. You're going to lay low and continue your herbal baths. It may be an effect of Mars being in Aries right now for you, Jeannie. I don't know how. It depends on where Aries is, or what Mars is conjuncting with. If Mars is conjuncting anything, transiting anything in your natal chart, something about Mars being Aries, I feel like, Jeannie, is potentially the root of this anxious energy for you. This irritated energy. I don't know. When I read that, that's what I picked up on. So take it as it resonates for you. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have a good day. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Yeah? Awesomely awesome. Awesomely awesome. Yeah. That full moon is intense. That full moon is intense. You're welcome. Okay. I love you guys. Bye. Oops.